everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video, we give you a piece of breaking news. Royal Snub revealed Signs Harry and Meghan were kicked out from royal family before they left senior royals. Yesterday, it has reported Prince Harry and Meghan Markle concluded they couldn't continue as senior royals after receiving one very personal snub. That is Queen's upsetting snub when she had 4 family photographs set out on the desk behind her. They depicted the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince Philip, Prince Charles, the Duchess of Cornwall, and King George VI, the Queen's father. However, none of them showed either the Duke or the Duchess of Sussex nor their recently born son Archie. However, the work, titled Finding Freedom, deals with the Duke and Duchess's departure as working royals allege Harry and Meghan were offended by the selection of photographs the Queen had on her desk during her 2019 Christmas broadcast. The authors wrote, Harry felt as though he and Meghan had long been sidelined by the institution and were not a fundamental part of its future. But does Harry remember? He should be reminded that he and Meghan snubbed the entire British nation when the baby's first public appearance was deliberately hidden from the then adoring public, who were left feeling deeply disappointed. I'm afraid she seems to be top of her own agenda, and he will outlive his usefulness when she has achieved what she is striving for. The claim Harry and Meghan were offended by the choice of photos was repeated by Russell Myers, a royal reporter for the editor of the Daily Mirror and co-host of the Pod Save the Queen podcast. Appearing on the Channel 5 documentary, Meghan and Harry, The New Revelations, he said, the lack of a photograph of them during the Queen's Christmas speech obviously had an effect on them. He continues, this just reinforces the public perception that Meghan is a petulant, ignorant wannabe, and Harry too weak or immature to put her right. The photos are the line of succession: George VI, Charles, William, and son George. If Meghan had thought for a moment, why were there no photos of her other children, Anne, Andrew, and Edward, and their offspring? Good riddance to them, because neither the royal family nor the British public need them. Meanwhile, a viewer also surprised and said, oh, for goodness sake, they are not of sufficient standing to be snubbed by the Queen. They are nowhere near the same level. This story demonstrates their delusional outlook on who they are. They are using their perceived snob to cover their obvious frustration that they are what they are, not in line to the throne, but need to be noticed, and quite frankly, how spoiled they have been previously. Those things that any normal person shrugs off. Another added, as I recall, by Christmas 2019, the Markles had already disengaged themselves from the Queen and the royal family. If they are so thin-skinned, then the family is better off without them. The Queen at one of her 4 children, one of her 8 grandchildren, and one of her 8 great-grandchildren, and yet only one of the 17 whose pictures weren't there threw a tantrum. Meanwhile, in another bad news for Meghan and Harry, the couple's popularity fell dramatically when royal doppelgangers who have been paid for impersonating the couple say it's been hard to find work since Megxit, according to The Sun. They had the whole act nailed, from Meghan's hair swish to Harry's slightly awkward pose, flying around the world to gigs ever since the royal couple's engagement was announced around 3 years ago. Now they're pinning their hopes on Harry and Meghan having another child, or that their recent Netflix deal will help boost their profile. Call center agent Freddie Marlowe first started impersonating Prince Harry once his girlfriend was signed as a Meghan double. The 26-year-old, who dyes his beard ginger to look like the Duke of Sussex, says he gets noticed because his girlfriend looks like Meghan Markle. He admits he now doesn't do loads of work, as the Harry gigs are difficult to get, and boat builder Harry Paulson was peer pressured into becoming a royal double after being mistaken for the Duke of Sussex and ending up in the local paper. While Danielle Bourne says work impersonating Meghan has gotten quite, but she's hoping for another royal baby to bring more opportunities. Meanwhile, actress Sarah Mlang thinks her time impersonating Meghan could be up. And more royal news. Graham Smith, the CEO of Republic, told Express.co.uk that members of the public do not care for other members of the royal family, and that after Queen Elizabeth II passes away, the monarchy should not be pursued any further. Republic is an organization that campaigns for the abolishment of the monarchy and for the Queen to be replaced by a Democrat elected head of state. Mr. Smith said, "My view is that all the royals should renounce their titles. I think that the writing is on the wall. Why don't they do themselves a favor and say we are not going to pursue this any further? Have the monarchy until the Queen passes away, and then let's move on and do something different. I think that if William and Kate were sufficiently self-aware, they would understand it would not only benefit the country but benefit them. They could go off and enjoy themselves and have Netflix deals and do whatever they want on their own money and their own time." But according to royal expert Mr. Andrew Morton, the total removal of the monarchy is a bit harsh. He said, "I fully agree that some members and spouses have been doing a lot to tarnish the reputation of the royal family. It would be very appreciated if there was some serious pruning done to some of those who do not carry out any royal family functions and were kept on as part of the royal family at great public cost." He added, "I feel that the vast knowledge and accomplishments of the Queen should serve as an encyclopedia for the members of the royal family to let the monarchy survive as the most respectable and admired institution of Great Britain. I think the monarchy should continue." During the same interview, Mr. Smith stated that Prince Charles replacing Queen Elizabeth II as king would hasten the end of the royal family. The Republic CEO added that the Prince of Wales becoming king could result in a very serious crisis. Republic has also made a film regarding Prince Charles titled "The Man Who Shouldn't Be King." But a fan also hit back to him, said that this Graham Smith does not speak for the majority of the public. The royal family has been cut down to the bone, and those senior ones that are left to do a lot of charity work, many that we never hear about. The royals bring billions into the country in tourism, and he is talking about saving £82 million. No other country has the pomp and splendor that the British have, with all the magnificent coaches and horses and people lining the streets. The one thing I do agree with is Charles is he is not well liked, especially after the way he treated Diana, and he should pass the crown on to William, who is much more popular. Graham Smith should do two things. Recognize that some 70% of the British people want to continue with the monarchy, and until he has an alternative that doesn't include the likes of old politicians fighting to become our head of state, he should shut up and go away. Personally, we continue to have a slimed down monarchy, which is enough to appease the majority of normal, politically interested people. The monarchy is a tiny demand on the public finances compared to the cash this government has dished out in the last 6 months. Much money has been returned, but also much has been stolen by scammers, which is an extra drain on the UK finances. And you, what do you think about the monarchy? Please discuss it with me in the comments section. Don't forget to like and share my video for anyone you think they also loved it like you. And remember to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to not miss any new video by our team. Now, good night and see you tomorrow.